That's before the thermostat right there. The heater is, that's before the thermostat.
And then right there.
That's actually not the same, and this isn't hot either. It's hot now because I had it started a while ago, make sure I had gears.
Well, what's the thermostat showing? Temperature gauge. Because that doesn't make sense to me. Normally I would think it would come out of the thermostat and go to the top of the radiator. On any engines in the past, the thermostat's right on top of the intake. It comes from the thermostat, goes to the top of the radiator. And then from the bottom of the radiator goes back into the water pump. So why is the thermostat down there? I mean, we just changed a water pump on a Tahoe yesterday, and it was an upgraded AC Delco water pump, so the thermostat wouldn't fit. That was on the truck. We had to get it.
What year was it?
It's an older one. But either way,
because
though,
they changed the water pump design. If it was like an 01, if it was a 99 to 03, they changed the water pump design in 05 to backdate the 01s.
And that's probably what they did then. That's probably
because if the housing that was on there was a one-piece thermostat design, then yeah, they changed it.
But the point being is, yes, the water pump and the thermostat were together, but I didn't go look at the vehicle to see did the hose come off the thermostat housing and go to the top of the radiator or the bottom.
Oh no, it's supposed to be like that.
So you know it goes to the bottom.
Yeah.
So they're doing it backwards from what they used to. Okay.
The hoses are routed perfect.
That's what I was wondering if you had it something backwards.
Oh no, the hose is supposed to be routed like this.
Okay. Well, that's just backwards from what I'm accustomed to back in the day.
Yeah, you use the old 350s.
Where's your temperature sensor?
I've got one there that reads and a dash, and over here is one for the computer.
Okay. Can you talk to both of them right now, or you can only talk to one of the dash?
I'm going to talk to the dash. I don't have a scanner.
Scanner or anything?
I have a scanner. It may actually.
That would be, if your sensors are showing the engine's not hot, then you're gonna have to let it run a little longer. And at 195, the thermostat ought to open. Now the guys use those fill funnels, so they don't have the radiator cap on. The funnel that fits down in where the radiator cap goes.
Yeah.
That way you can see when it's taking a drink and burping.
I use the vacuum fuel.
When you filled it up, you did. That was my concern, is with that funnel, you can, if there's an air pocket.
Yeah.
Well, as long as your temperature, that's on the back of the head right there, so by the time that gets hot, the water's going to transfer it all the way through the engine.
Sure, I'll go with that.
That dash kind of looking cool. And it's all electric motors?
Yeah, it's all electric.
Even the speedometer? Oh, because you got electronic transmission in it. And then you jump using the wiring harness that come out of the junkyard car?
Yeah, I never worked it.
But it's badass. It works good on deadening sound and heat. If I ever pull the carpet out of the GTO for some reason, I want to put that stuff in there. But it's badass. Cha-ching, cha-ching. We'll have to sell something. So that's a aftermarket shifter that's made to work with this transmission application?
Yes.
Very cool.
It's a universal shifter, but for this transmission.
And you went with a 480 or 460?
480.
Beefy.
Yeah, I tested it a while ago. It had gears. I didn't drive it, but it had gear.
Did you jack it up and the tire spun?
No, I had my foot on the brake and I put it in reverse and it funked in the reverse.
Oh, okay, so you got drive in reverse. Okay,
Yeah.
but we don't know if it shifts or not.
No, yeah.
Now the computer's gonna tell it to go into overdrive and everything.
Should. It's the plan at least. That's the original drive shaft. I just cut down the length. I told you here last time, but you might have been drunk when I told you.
Well, I don't see how you welded it back together.
Because I'm a badass.
Well, you think there'd be a fresh weld somewhere.
There is a fresh weld. Up front, by the transmission.
Oh, it's a two-piece drive shaft.
Yeah. The back piece is the same. The front is the one I adjusted.
Okay. Well, no wonder I can't see it then. It's up under the cab. So you just cut it off and weld it back together. I got you. It's gonna wobble. But it'll at least get you down the street and back. You just won't
Yeah,
hit
that's
the
the
freeway.
main thing I want, just to make sure everything works.
Right, you just won't be able to hit the freeway with it. Now you drove it after you put all the suspension in it, at least a little bit, right? I mean, you and I were on the blog, but did you drive it any more than that?
I mean, I drove it to work.
And all the suspension was doing fine?
Yeah, it did fine. Because it shows ECT sensor, but it's for the code stored. So I'm trying to figure out if I can get
A live reading?
a live read.
So this is an external fuel pump?
Internal. There's a regulator.
Okay. I'm saying that's why it's so noisy. When you hear, well, of course, there's no bed to muffle it. That's part of it. Fuel gauge work?
Yeah.
Awesome.
A little less than a quarter tank.
Man, that's cool. Is that the same size tank that comes from the factory?
Oh, no.
That's bigger?
Oh.
Good deal. Well, this one didn't have a gas tank in the cab, did it?
How many gallons is it?
31.
Oh my gosh. Whoo, that's gonna cost a bunch.
Oh, yeah. That's what it is, a K5 blazer tank.
So if you were wanting to make this a short bed, you'd have to cut the back of that off a little bit and cut this both.
Which I don't want to because I like the long beds.
Right. Right. No, I'm not saying you.
And the long
you,
beds.
You had at one time mentioned it, and I was just wondering how you would do that.
Well, for me, I feel like the long beds handle better anyways.
Oh yeah, longer wheelbase, much better.
You don't spin out as easily.
Until it comes time to park it, and it's just more of a hassle.
Right now, it's perfect because I can see the back of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with that big old bumper on there, if you back into something, then what's the big deal?
They don't know. We'll soon find out. The company going. Part of that.
Mine's just
Open, yeah.
Mine's just
Open, yeah.
Well, so what are you going to let it run a little bit longer and just watch the temperature, or what about braking period? I mean, is it a new camshaft and new pistons and the whole bit? So isn't there some hold it up to $2,000, let it do something, break things in?
Whenever we replace pistons and camshafts at work, we just drive them.
It's typically
Well, because so the old 350s, there was braking period. You had to use Z coil and all that crap. But this new stuff, as far as I know, you just drive it and it breaks in. I've replaced engines before and camshafts, everything, and then just drive it. I put the catch can in when you left.
Oh yeah?
I got it all routed.
Very nice.
It's got a little. If I need to drain it or not.
So where's it? How come there's two? Where's the two spots it's coming from?
So one's the valve cover and one's the actual vacuum here.
Oh, okay. So it's actually sucking.
So it's sucking the vapors out of the camshaft shower, going through the catch can and going back into the intake. Before it was just straight from the valve cover to the intake. So you're getting all the oil into the intake.
Right.
So this one shouldn't have a lot of oil because this doesn't have vacuum behind it.
How's the throttle coming around?
It just goes straight to this. It goes straight to this lever here.
Oh, okay.
Which that's where the stock lever was. I heated that up and twisted it 90 degrees, drilled a hole, and made a slot for the cable.
So the cable just comes up under here and then right to there. Yeah, very nice.
And I got a little cover. I've got a cover.
Why'd you get the cable the exact right length? Somebody sells one that's for that?
It's a little long, but it fits.
Does it go WOT? Does it go WOT?
Yeah. So I put my phone right here. I smashed this open. I'm like, all right, that's how far it needs to go. I went in there and smashed it open, and same actuation.
Very cool. Look at that nasty oil fill tube. You could have at least washed that off. And those coils. God. What about the alternator?
It's not charging, but it's also a junkyard alternator, so I don't know if it's the alternator or if it's something else.
Just gotta check and see if we're getting power to it, ground. Make sure.
I mean, the
trigger wire.
ECM controls the alternator.
It's gonna have to have a trigger wire.
Yeah.
That should get hot, and then it should be sending a signal out. There's gonna be a little more to it than the good old days because the computer's involved.
Yeah.
It's sending a signal back. What's this extra plug for?
I knew you were gonna say something. The extra plug is this used to be a drive-by-wire one. So I have another plug back here. That's for that body back there. That was a drive-by-wire.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Nice little bracket to make it fit in there flush. Looks good.
Mm-hmm. I spent a little time trying to make it look nice and neat.
Air filter's getting air from a fairly cold area over there.
It's better than straight.
Right here.
Yeah.
So many of them you see them, they're just stuck right there.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's not good.
Oh,
All
well,
the heat from the radiator get right on it.
A lot of the guys that put them right here are running the Holly stuff, so they don't have to have that mass airflow sensor. It's based on vacuum density. This one uses vacuum and mass airflow sensor, so it's a little bit, I'm not gonna say better design, just how GM did it.
Right.
You have speed, density, and vacuum. These are all the ignition fuses here. So for like, got one for the PCM, one for the injectors, one for the coils, one for the oxygen sensors, and then one for all the sensors. And
Lots of
then
setting.
just lots of knowledge of how electricity flows.
Yeah. And the guy that bought it's like, well, I don't know what any of this stuff is, and they're gonna be trying to figure it out. And going, holy cow, the fuel pump won't come on. We don't know why. Trying to trace
who the
it,
hell is the
figure it out.
master mechanic can make this?
Yeah.
It's so weird. I can tear an engine apart, remember every single bolt goes, but I can't remember what I did yesterday. I mean, y'all seen the videos I have where everything's torn
Yeah.
apart. You're like, how do you know where all this shit goes? You can't remember what you did last week.
Pretty amazing, buddy. You did a heck of a job.
Tried to.
Heck of a job. Well, that's nice about these little trucks. You got no problem getting headers clearance.
Oh, got so much room.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I really hope I'm gonna have room, and I put them in there. I'm like, I have room for days.
What brand is that?
Speed Engineering.
Never heard of the Speed Engineering.
It's more.
But they look really good. I like those big old plates they've got.
They're more of a budget friendly company, so they're not like
Come over here and stand with him. I want to get just a
They're-
video of y'all shirts. Just
Oh.
we're wearing the same shirt. Yeah.
That's why I say cool shirt.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
man. It looks like it's all something that ought to roll and not give you too much headaches because you went with a whole bunch of factory stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's those. I got those purple pointers on there still.
that's the ones I was telling you about, right?
Yeah. So I needed to put some on there so that way the oxygen sensor had more than 18 inches behind the header to actually read accurately.